So, lads, today we're going to be talking a little bit about Natasha Howard, and we're going to be talking a little bit about something that I have said, and a load of people are like, "Oh, you're wrong. You're wrong. Why are you making these accusations?" I'm like, one, I'm making an assumption. I'm taking an educated guess on the entire situation, and I believe fully that this is the truth. That is my belief. That is my belief. I'm not sorry. I believe that this is likely to have happened. Sorry, I don't know why I say I believe it's the truth, because at the end of the day, I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows here. But I've said, based on the way things have gone, based on the interviews from these players, based on everything with Caitlin Clark, based on a load of other things, I genuinely thought that DeWanna Bonner and Natasha Howard have been told that they are that they were the team, and that Caitlin's job was basically just to be a role player. Caitlin's job was to be a pass first point guard and get them the ball, and that they were going to play their system. I'm fully convinced that they were told, "Look, we're not good. We need vets to win. We've got our young players here, but we need you guys. This is your team." I'm fully convinced of that. And basically, old footage has resurfaced, and I mean this when I say this. Yes, this channel is going to have old footage resurfaced on about 10 different things, because we got to look at how this situation happened. Like, a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh, like, all this thing happened months ago," and I'm like, yeah, but nobody thought anything of these things at the time. But when we look at how things have played out, just like the situation with the coaches, and by the way, I'm not there when it came to the coach with Kane. I'm not saying Austin Kelly or um his wife are bad assistant coaches, or they don't like Caitlin. We were like, "Oh, they're not personally against Caitlin." Like, and I'm not. I've never said that, nor have I. If I've implied that, I apologize. I'm just saying, in that specific situation, it didn't look great. And also, it seems like throughout the course of the year, the entire top down seems to be, we're trying to make Caitlin not Caitlin. But if you guys didn't see this from Natasha Howard, here it is from Natasha Howard. So this was in her interview when she first came in. This is what she said. A shout out to CC Updates 2 for tagging me in this tweet.
At the end of the day, the way Indiana came at me with everything they promised me and they keeping their promise, they sold me, and I took the bait for it, and I'm happy to be back where I started, and also being back with Coach. At the end of the day, the way Indiana came at me with everything they promised me and they keeping their promise, they sold me, and I took the bait for it, and I'm happy to be back where I started, and also being back with Coach.
So yeah. You've got her basically as good as saying, yeah, what they pitched to me. I mean, they promised me they're keeping their promise. Like, I'm stand by the fact that her and DeWanna Bonner were told they were the main characters. I think that is the biggest issue. I think they were supposed to be the main characters, according to Kelly Krauskopf, Amber Cox. I think that these players, I think Stephanie White maybe wasn't fully on the Caitlin hype train. I think this front office do not believe in the Caitlin Clark hype. I stand by that. I think this is old WNBA in a nutshell. This is the Kathy Engelbert's WNBA. If you guys don't know what that means, Kathy Engelbert, who is the commissioner, Kathy Engelbert last year basically came out and said she didn't, not Kathy Engelbert, sorry, he was the chief marketing officer, essentially said that they did not think Caitlin Clark was going to be good. And they wanted last year to use Caitlin Clark to promote the league, because, when the Caitlin Clark hype dies down, the league needs to have somebody to stand on. And the reality is that if you let Caitlin play her game, as we saw against Atlanta, even if Caitlin has a bad shooting game, it's still incredible basketball to watch. And everyone becomes fans of the Fever when that happens. Everyone became fans of Kelsey Mitchell last year when it was run and gun. People were not fans of Kelsey. By the way, Kelsey Mitchell averaged like 2 points per game extra post-Olympic break. People were not fans of Kelsey Mitchell going ISO. There's a reason why people were much bigger fans of Kelsey Mitchell during the 7 seconds or less Showtime fever. Like, Kelsey Mitchell was averaging the same amount of points during Showtime fever as she is now. But people are getting annoyed at ISO ball right now, whereas Showtime fever was the Showtime fever. She's averaging the same amount of points, but it was the way she was doing it. She was doing it in like this fashion that was so entertaining, and she was looking unguardable. And now it's just ISO ball, and sometimes the ball goes in, sometimes the ball doesn't, which is very much Natasha Howard. Like, there's no Howard being part of the Showtime fever. In fact, Howard actively is stopping the Showtime fever, and I think that was what she was told. I have a very strong feeling that that is what she was promised. Because let's be real, I don't think DeWanna Bonner. I think it was more than DeWanna Bonner just not starting. I think there was more to that. Like, Stephanie White was talking about, DeWanna Bonner, you know, she wasn't happy with the system. And I mean, it was the same system as Connecticut. It's not the same system as Connecticut. If you're watching this team play, they don't play a system. When Caitlin Clark is not running the show, this team doesn't have a system. They don't. They have some ISO plays. They have some genuine ISO plays. Or ISO ball. And that's it. That's it. There's no motion offense. There's no Alyssa Thomas. There's no off-ball cutting. There's no Bree Jones to just be a gritty player. It's not the Connecticut Sun system. And I think DeWanna Bonner is going to do okay in Phoenix. And by okay, I really mean okay. I think she's going to do fine. I think she's going to play a lot at center. I think it's going to be a lot more like the 2023 Connecticut Sun, where DeWanna Bonner is playing like 4-5 with Alyssa Thomas the 4-5. Like, the Connecticut Sun in 2023 were really good, and they had, I think, was it like Natisha Heidemann was the one. At the 3 was either Bonner / Beck Allen. The two of them played the 3-4, and then Alyssa Thomas played the 5/1. And then I can't remember who they played the 2. The Dejanay might have started, Ty Harris, I can't remember. But like, they can be very similar to that team, just much better because they have much better players around. But yeah, all around it is a good thing. It is genuinely a good thing for Phoenix that they have DeWanna Bonner. And Natasha Howard, look, there are teams that would suit Natasha Howard. Like, Natasha Howard would look absolutely incredible on wing. No. There's actually no team that would suit Natasha Howard, is there? There actually isn't. Like, I found tweets, by the way. I found tweets from 2022. From 2022 that were talking about how Natasha Howard was ruining Sabrina Ionescu's career. There are tweets from 2022 talking about how Natasha Howard was destroying Sabrina Ionescu, which is crazy, which is absolutely crazy. But we've got it again, and I mean this when I say this. I think she was promised the damn world. I think she was promised the world.
At the end of the day, the way Indiana came at me with everything they promised me, and they keeping their promise, they sold me, and I took the bait for it. And
I mean, they sold me, and I took the bait for it. Like, I mean, she did take the bait, and honestly, even if they're doing the complete opposite to what's happening, yeah, she did take the bait 100%. But anyway, I'll see you guys.